Hey y'all, this is Ginginese, coach of the Texas Tornadus, here with Week 9 of the PAC YouTube Draft League. This week we're taking on Jack and the Vancouver Titangs. I've never played him before, but we both need to win this week. If he wins, he's automatically in playoffs. If I win, I automatically get a first round bye in the playoffs, so this should be an intense one. Jack has some of the best Terra captains in the league, in my opinion, with Espathra, Luxray, and Lilligant, which are all great setup threats. He's also got some just great mons by themselves, like Cinderace and Grimmsnarl. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm bringing for the battle today. First off, we've got Daggertooth, our Life Orb Chien Pao, like always, except this week we're 0 speed. This is kind of a weird set, but it can fill a really specific endgame role, or break just enough for another mon to win later on. We've got I Love Lamp, our Eject Pack Iron Moth with Overheat. Momentum feels like it's going to be pretty important in this game, and U-Turn just doesn't do enough damage for me, so I slapped on Eject Pack. We've got Shandy Socks, our Booster Speed Terra Dark Shocks, which is immune to Prankster after we Terra. It also beats Palossand, which seems like his best counter lead into Shocks. We have Big Baby, our Chorspan Tauros. Raging Bull hits almost his entire team for at least neutral damage, so we can just launch those off. We've got B52, our Scarf Bombardier. It's Terra Flying, so we can launch off huge Brave Birds, and obviously U-Turn for momentum, like I mentioned before. And finally, Bad Bunny, coming for a second week in a row, our Eviolite Crocalor to roar out setup sweepers, and this time with Will-O-Wisp to just spread burns across his whole team. So I'll cut until we get into the battle. Alright, here we are for our battle against Jack. Let's see. Okay, so we have Espathra, Cinderace, we have Clawitzer, we have Braviary, we have Haxorus, and Grimmsnarl. Okay, so I think against this, I want to lead my Bombardier and U-Turn on turn 1. Okay, but let's look at my calcs. I was certain that he was going to bring Muck, so it's interesting to see Braviary here. I'm assuming this is probably like a defog set, if I had to guess. And who else did I think? I thought Luxray instead of Haxorus, but Haxorus is interesting because it could be just banded. Like, Dragon Dance is scary for sure, but it's not the most scary thing. What are the big things here? Grimmsnarl is a problem. It's been a problem in testing this whole time. I need a lot of health on Crocalor to make sure that we don't get swept by Espathra and potentially Haxorus. But the thing with this team is I don't have a whole lot of switch-ins, which is why I have the momentum that I have. I've got Volt Switch, I've got Overheat Eject Pack, I've got U-Turn, because I can't just hard switch on a lot of stuff. I do just kind of have to stay in. Crocalor can spread burns around, which is nice. Like, Clawitzer, I think, is probably the biggest threat there, but even then, like, I can switch in Sandy Shocks and be fine against that. Only Espathra can Terra here, but let's see what we got. Ooh, interesting lead. So we got the Grimmsnarl right off the bat. This is tough, because I would love to just Brave Bird. Brave Bird is free against his team, but I think because of that, I just want to U-Turn. You can't... Oh, just a bulk up? Interesting, interesting. Okay, so Grim, bulk up. So a +1 bulk up. Ooh, that did not do... Or that did more damage than I would have expected from... So it's probably not the most bulky. We're just going to go right into Crocalor here. And roar you out. Because I don't care about your boosts. Well, I don't think I want to roar. I think I'm going to Willow right off the bat. This is a situation where, like, I would love to double predicting the Clawitzer. But I don't think that I really have the ability to do that. Clawitzer goes in against me, which is a problem. We'll just have to deal with it as it happens. That's interesting. Bulk up is not something that I was expecting. I'm happy about it for sure, because if you're bulk up, that probably means you're not screens. And doesn't look like your parting shot either. The Claw, yep, okay, so this is Clawitzer. Do we land the Willow? We do. Now, I cannot keep in Crocalor here. If you're going for just a water move, I do not take... I mean, I go into my Tauros every time. There's not, like... If you're Modest Specs Dragon Pulse, that KOs me. Which would suck, but it is what it is. Otherwise, Water Pulse, I mean, Water Pulse is doing a lot of damage to me, my goodness. This is interesting already. Clawitzer is burned, which is cool. And we didn't learn anything else about Grim. I really was not paying enough attention. Was it Leftovers? I think so. I'll put Leftovers down. I really should have paid more attention there. Okay, well, let's see what we're doing here. So, just a U-turn. A U-turn did 3 from a... I mean, I don't know, there's no reason to calc that. Clawitzer has U-turn. Yeah, from a burned -1, like that was not going to ever do anything. This would probably be a time that you can send out Espathra. Just looking at my calcs. I wonder if I'm not sure that I can stay in against Espathra. I think I just have to switch to Croc. But yeah, it looks like Crocalor is going to be even more important than I was originally anticipating. I really need to get spikes up. Ooh, okay. So, Braviary into my Tauros. So my Tauros, if this is max HP, still dies to Stone Edge. But I don't know that I want to risk this being Scarf. But if it is... I think I will actually risk it being Scarf, because if it is, if it's Scarf and you Brave Bird me, do I even have a switch in for that? No? I'm gonna go for Stone Edge. It's the last week of the season, let's just go for it. Show me Scarf Gambit. Or something. Just a hard U-turn. Okay. That did just under 20. So U-turn. That might not be any attack. That might be Scarf. Hold on. Choice Scarf. Oh my goodness, and we crit the Haxorus to KO? That is insane. Oh no. Okay, well, that's huge. That's absolutely enormous. I will absolutely take that. Haxorus goes down. Where is Haxorus in my calc? Goodbye. So we know that Braviary is Scarf and has U-turn. Clawitzer has U-turn. It's funny that 2 mons we've already seen U-turn on when I was saying in the team builder that momentum was going to be huge. Well, I feel like I am just so thrown off by this battle. Like this is not at all what I was anticipating to have happened, and so I feel like I'm kind of recoiling, trying to catch my breath, but we're up 6-5 right now. So, also, I guess while we're waiting here, big thing to note is even if I lose this game, I could still get a first round bye. Every KO that I take makes it more and more likely. If I lose 1-0, then I need any of like 5 people in the league to lose a game. Okay, so you are you're not going to let me stay in here. I think the move is to go Sandy Shocks. So what does Shocks do for me? We're faster than Cinderace, we're faster than Clawitzer. Do I beat Clawitzer without Sandy Shocks? I think is a good question. I can, if I get up like a spike or something. I can't really afford to go into anything else here. So let's look at Braviary, my Sandy Shocks. I still have some time. Yeah, Brave Bird. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. So we know it's Scarf, but I'm going to be faster than that because I'm Booster Energy. This has got to be like Scarf and Jolly to be faster than Chien-Pao, I would assume. We pop our booster. Now let's see what move you go for. Brave Bird, as expected. And that did 54. So how much does a... Oh, so that's a little more invested than I expected. Okay, that might actually be... I think I was just confused because U-turn did so little, but it looks like this is actually Scarf like max attack, which is cool. So, into some of the other things that can happen here, I think I want to get the spike up. It looks like there's going to be a lot of switching, and I would love to break a Sash on like an Espathra or a Cinderace. What do we see? Fandango, that's the Grim. Okay, Grimmsnarl, my Sandy Shocks. I think I'm just going to raw Earth Power here, see how much damage we do. We got up a Spike, which is fantastic. We're going to be doing some damage. That doesn't look like it was leftovers, so we'll have to see. It might be like the Bulk Up Resto Chesto set, and if that's the case, and it's like full Spadef, then we're still doing like a good 30-35%. Oh, that is way more than that. Just a play rough, that's fine. Because one more Earth Power, I'm gonna go for it. I think one more Earth Power might KO, and you could like rest here and that would be okay. I would Volt Switch next time. But so your Bulk Up, Play Rough, Earth Power, does this get the KO? It does, let's go, that's huge. Okay, Grimmsnarl gone. With Grimmsnarl gone, I feel really, really good about the rest of this battle, to be completely honest. I'm not sure what else you do here. So you can't go into Braviary, you can't go into Clawitzer, because I have Volt Switch for both of those. Cinderace could come in. Oh, it's just the Claw. Alright. Well, I'll Volt Switch. Clawitzer. How much am I doing with a Volt Switch? This might not KO. In fact, this probably doesn't KO if you're max HP. What would I switch into? Probably the Tauros again. Do I want Tauros for anything? Like, it doesn't need HP. It just needs to be alive for a Choice Band Aqua Jet, so I'm gonna Volt Switch. Now, if you're not max HP, you will die here. Oh, that is bulky as hell. That might be Assault Vest. That did way too little. Is that Assault Vest? Yeah, it has to be. Okay. I won't put it for sure, but that's got to be Assault Vest. That also makes sense why you would bring it out against me. So I'm at 135 right now. There's no way you U-turn, right? Dragon Pulse. Okay, so I'm at 135 down to 41, so that's, what is it, 94? Yeah, 94. That makes sense for modest max special attack with no other investment. So yeah, I'm going to assume that this is Assault Vest then. If that's the case... Oh, I'm sorry, hold on, I was looking at somebody else. 94 means you're actually not max. 94... Okay, so you probably actually have a lot of defense investment. That being the case, I would love to close combat here, actually. I feel like you probably just let this go down. Raging Bull looks like it KOs. So I'm just going to Raging Bull. Come on, Tauros. Let's go. Okay, so Raging Bull picks up the KO into Clawitzer. So there's just Braviary, Cinderace, and Espathra left. We have all the health we need on Crocolore for Espathra. We still have this, and I would love to save this for Cinderace. Braviary is 100% Defiant, so we got to be careful about that, and now we're not faster. However, let me just look at Chien-Pao. Yeah, an Ice Shard might KO Braviary after the recoil it took from Brave Bird. So, with my Chien-Pao set, it doesn't look like we're going to get any opportunity to Okay, I think here we just sack. But we weren't going to get an opportunity to Sword Stance. I think here we sack Sandy Shocks because it's not faster than this. It's not faster than Cinderace. It's not faster than Espathra. It really has done its job. Let's see what you do here. And just a Brave Bird, fantastic. So, with the Brave Bird off, Chien, I think we definitely KO from here. Here's the question. We know that you're this. I mean, I could actually... I think I'm guaranteed faster with Bombardier. Well, not guaranteed. But I can Brave Bird myself. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to Terra and Brave Bird because there's no reason not to anymore. I can't... Sandy Shocks is gone, so like might as well Terra and might as well Brave Bird just to guarantee a KO and doing as much damage as we possibly can into something else. So maybe a little too soon. Maybe I should have thrown out Chien because this could have done something later on, but it is what it is. Based on the amount of damage that I see in my calc here, this, if Braviary goes before me, which it should because I'm adamant, it won't KO me. I'll knock myself out to Brave Bird Recoil. Actually, I might not die to Brave Bird Recoil. I probably will, but it's going to be close. Depends on how much HP investment you had. I don't think that I do, actually. Braviary goes down, and we live on 8. That is awesome. Okay, well, so Espathra I'm not worried about because we have Crocalor. Cinderace is the last one left. And Cinderace is not faster than me because I'm Scarf, and I didn't give that away because obviously you wouldn't have been able to tell from any of the moves that we did. So I hope you bring out Cinderace, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay, it is Ace. And it's not Boots, which is very interesting. I mean, if we... That's gone. That's a gone Cinderace, I think. Oh my goodness, it lives on nothing. Okay, well, what did you go for? But we can go in and Ice Shard with just Pyro Ball. So I think here we go Chien. We Ice Shard. Ice Shard will kill. And then we're in a really good spot in front of Espathra. Yeah, it's not worth doing anything else. We'll just Ice Shard. We get the KO on Cinderace, and now it's Espathra against the world. So my Chien Pao. So this is interesting. Ice Shard, according to my calc, it does not do nearly enough damage. I don't think you Sucker Punch because you would expect yourself to be slower than me. Do you have Protect, right? And I think probably no. I think I just Ice Shard. Well, I'm going to go into Crocalor right now, actually. I'm going to go Croc just to see what happens. Scout out for a Terra, make sure that we don't waste a turn doing something and then we throw it away for nothing. We can always Sucker Punch later. And because we're unaware, even if you start Calm Minding, we can Flamethrower and break a sub. But you are Fire type now, so that might throw a little bit of a wrench in that. But let's see what you do. Just a Terra Blast? Interesting. Terra Blast Fire into my Crocalor. How much is this going to do? 25. So you're definitely not modest. We didn't see an item. So let's see. Okay. So you're not doing a lot. There's not really anything that I can do here, which is kind of unfortunate. I will just flamethrower and see what it is that you do. Lumina Crash. So we have Lumina and Terra. Yeah, I'm doing next to nothing here. But you're already faster than everything, so I'm just going to keep attacking. Another Lumina Crash. And we survive. That's huge because it looks like Tauros is going to get the KO now. Yeah, Tauros absolutely gets the KO. The only thing that I could potentially think of would be maybe your Pasho Berry, which would be insane. Oh, your Roost. Okay. So it's Lumina Crash, Terra Blast, and Roost. According to my calc, again, not sure how much HP that you have here. But my Aqua Jet does like 75% minimum. So I will just keep attacking with Flamethrower. Sweet. Okay, so the last thing here, because Aqua Jet does so much, I think the only way that we lose this game is... Well, hold on. Chien Sucker Punch does a lot. I think I'm just going to go Tauros. So we Aqua Jet. I think my opponent likely knows that we Aqua Jet. But you're not going to stop us from doing it. Aqua Jet, there's no Pasho Berry. We don't quite get the KO. Lumina Crash is going to KO us. But let's look at Tauros. So based on the amount of damage that we did, Crocalor did, we'll say at most 15%, and then it's down to that much, which means that we did like 85%. So I think Chien Ice Shard should kill. Based on my calcs here, Chien Ice Shard, we just do way too much damage. This should get the KO. Come on. It's like no HP whatsoever. We have to get this KO. And we do. Let's go. Okay, so that's a 2-0 win to end off the season. We get the first round bye in the playoffs. So we're off next week and we get to go automatically into the Elite 8. GG's to Jack. It was a great game. I'm just so excited. This is amazing. We barely made it into the playoffs last season, and this season we get a first round bye. So hyped. It's going to be awesome. I hope we can get a win in the playoffs, but I will see you guys there. Peace.